Hi everybody. All right, so this video is going to be to show you how to fasten off and weave in the ends of a crochet project. So for the sake of time, I made this tiny little swatch, if you want to call it that. I did not make the entire washcloth, but we're going to pretend that you guys are looking at your finished washcloth. You have 25 rows of single crochet completed. And now you're done and you have this to deal with, and you also need to know how to properly fasten off your work. So what you're going to do is take your hook. Now, again, we're going to pretend like this is your final stitch of our first washcloth pattern. So we're going to imagine that you're on the 25th row of single crochet. You just made your last stitch and now you're ready to complete it. So you're going to take your hook and you're going to pull up about that much. I would say, I don't know, what is that, maybe 5-6 inches, so that you have a big loop like that. Take your hook out. I just have to grab my scissors really quick, and you're going to take that loop just like this. I'm just going to make sure I'm on camera so you guys can see, and grab down here, take the scissors. Again, you're holding the bottom, so you're going to take the scissors. Now you have it inside of your loop and you're just going to clip. So now you have what looks like this. You're going to take the yarn that's attached to the ball and pull, and now you should be left with your beginning piece of yarn from where we made our slip knot and the final piece of yarn. Now you're going to grab your sewing needle. They go by sewing needle, darning needle. I have like a whole tube of them. Excuse the duct tape. This, long story short, this became like stripped or something. I like to use the biggest one that's not it. Where's my big one? That comes with my set. So it should look something like this, where you can easily feed the yarn through it, and I will show you guys what to do. So you can start wherever. It doesn't matter if you want to start at the end of the project or with where you made your slip knot. But you're going to put the yarn through the hook. It's like you're sewing. So you have that's it. Like the yarn is on the hook. Now, this is where our slip knot was. So what you're going to do, and this part is really kind of up to you. So what I like to do, and I really want to make sure I get this on camera correctly, this part isn't even really necessary. Like what I was going to do is just start going into these back loops right here. But to make it look a little bit neater, I'm going to push it up through there. Again, it kind of still looks the same. It doesn't even really matter. And then again, you can go through these, but you want to be careful. Now you're going to go through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I usually recommend, hold on one second, 7, 8, like 10 loops. So you have something like that. Now you want to make sure that you're going to be able to see it from the other side. So you're going to put it through there and you're going to pull it through. Don't like pull it super, super, super tight. Just enough so that, and now if you look, it kind of blends in. That's what you want. Now, if you look closely, we went through 10. Now, here's the last one. So you want to skip over that. And you're going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And same exact thing, pull it the other way, not too tightly because you don't want it to be noticeable that you're weaving in ends. You can, what I like to do is pull it through and then kind of stretch it back out, because then you honestly really can't even tell. And and then I usually recommend doing it a third time. And when you go back through it, on this time, you want to try to go through the yarn that you've already pushed through these loops, if that makes sense. So like, see right there, if you can see what I'm doing closely enough, you're going through the little loops, but you also want to try and like go through the threads of the yarn. You don't have to. If you go 1, 2, 3, like I just showed you, your ends should not fall out. Some people crochet over them. I don't recommend that, because I've done that in the past and it falls out pretty easily. So we went 1, 2, 3. Now the yarn's off the hook, and then you're just going to take what's left of it, grab your scissors, being careful not to cut any stitches, cut the yarn. Now, if you look closely, there's a little piece right there. All you have to do is pull it like that. And now it's like you never sewed it in. It should look something just like this. And we're going to do the same thing with our end up here. So the way that I do it is I wrap it around, squeeze it, push it through, pull it, just like that. And same exact thing that we just did. So this was our final single crochet of our project. Again, for you guys, it's going to be 25 single crochets. So what I like to do is kind of like go through, again, here was our last stitch. So you go through the back, come through here, just like that. And then same exact thing that we did down below. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Making sure, yes, again, you can see the metal through there, but you don't want the metal going like in and out. So pull it through. And again, if you can see that little pull at the end, all you have to do is just kind of stretch it back out. Skipping over this stitch right here because we just came through that. So you don't want to go through 10 and then back through 10, because then you're just going to pull it back out. So it's coming out right here. You're going to skip over that one and go back through 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it doesn't have to be exact, as long as you're going back and forth 3 times like I showed you guys before, so you could pull it through, stretch it out a little bit, and then again, don't ever go back through that stitch that you just came out of. You skip over that one and then do 1, 2, and again on your final push through, if you can get it to go through some of the fibers of the yarn, it'll really help to secure it. But again, it should not come apart even after washing, as long as you do it 3 times like that. So you pull it through, stretch it back out. Again, you can't even tell that you weaved any ends in. It just looks like your regular project. Put your needle down. Snip the end, again, making sure you don't ever want to get super close and end up cutting a stitch, because then your whole thing's going to come unraveled. So I was just looking at that up close for 1 second. So you cut it about here. And then you just pull on it a little bit. And that's it. Now, again, it'll look better for you guys because you guys did 25 rows. But that is how you fasten off and weave in the ends of your yarn. And assuming that this was a full washcloth, you now wouldn't have any ends and you'd be ready to use it. And that is about it for that.